Hey guys, how you doing? Hope everybody had a good day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, Debbie with the two cats. First in line today, Debbie. Look at you. Look at you. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good day. Hey Angela, how are you? How are you? Hope you had a good day. Hey Shay, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah, you're on it today. I love it. I love it. I know a lot of people are still in with Maggie and hey Platter, look at you. There you are. I thought you were gonna be on the other side for a little bit longer. Brian, hello, hello. What's going on? What's going on? Everybody come in, get comfy, like I said, I was just jumped over from Maggie's live, and celebrating Jag's award and just congratulating her. And Sean came up, and so it was really nice to celebrate that because that's right in line with what we want to do, right? Is stand up for the children, for victims, and get this world back on a better path. Like at the end of the day, that's what it's for. And so, it's awesome for Jag to be able to be in those rooms with people that are doing things and see how, we can become a part of that. Because, that was my whole purpose of being here on YouTube, was that I know what I wanted to do. I know what God had called me to do, but I knew that I could not do it by myself. I did not understand everything I needed to do or what I needed to do. And I needed to find some people to network with, and that had a network and that could become part of the network, to get together so that we could work together. And we have been doing, things in our own, over here to try to take little steps. But, it's definitely necessary that we network and meet others that are doing, different things, so we can get together. We can build this and make this grow so that, we can reach out to the world in a magnificent way. So just excited about that. That is exciting, and any negativity that comes around that, just throw it out, because, that is a great thing. Because at the end of the day, doesn't matter what side of the aisle you are on, if you care about, these children, these victims, this country, and being positive and doing the right thing, you're on the right side. Hey, TT Tractor Tracy, how you doing? Thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much. I did receive your generous donation. I appreciate that. It was unexpected, but I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, so, I'm all about, let's get together and let's make this world a better place. Like, things happen, and, life is not fair, and we don't get treated fairly or equally all the time and things like that. And, it's true. It's just the truth of what life is, and it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it permissible, but, we need to get on the same page to where we want to move forward and make a positive change and do the right thing. We don't want to continue to go down these roads that are dead end roads, or roads that are going to harm other people. We want to get on the right road. So, with that being said, I'm excited. I am encouraged, just by hearing the fact that Jag was given this award, and that recognized for her efforts and the things that she's been doing and standing a lot of times alone and against the grain, so to speak. And that's what it's going to take right now. Until we become the grain, we're going to have to stand against the grain until we become the new grain. And the people who are doing all of these things are going to be the ones against the grain, and we need to switch this around so that we become the ones that they fear, and they dread, and they, because that's what needs to happen when everybody gets involved. So, anyway, you guys know me. I can go on forever and ever and ever about this, but I will not. I will move on. My nose is running. Sorry, guys. So I might be camming up and down just because to get my nose in order. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Hey, Mary, how are you? How are you? Hey, Bailey, how are you? How are you? Come on in, come on in. Like the video. Yes, please like and share. We do need to get this out into the algorithm. And if you're on my side, please go to Mike's side and like his side. If you're on his side, please come to my side and like. We are all a family. We are all, on the same team when it comes to helping these victims and these children and things like that. So, just definitely, there's no competition here. We are part of the same team. We are the X-Men. And I am Rogue. So, welcome to Rogue's channel. Anywho. But yeah, so we are definitely grateful for all the things that are happening and the things that God is placing in our lives. And just seeing how everything is moving. It's awesome. The log comes very, very. Hey, Birgit, how you doing? Yes, Plotter is Colossus. He is. And guess what? Nightcrawler is out. Nightcrawler has no electricity. So I think Nightcrawler fits him perfectly, isn't it? Because Nightcrawler is out today with no electricity. I got a message. So we will go ahead and continue. Sorry, guys. Told you I was wiping my nose. Sorry. Since it's just us, I saw the thumbnail. Are you sure about the topic? I'm not a troll. I can see a bit further, especially if it's derogatory against their reputation. I don't know what you're talking about, Natasha. Are you new? Because what we do is we're picking videos about, I guess that's not the title I put in. To here, it takes the titles off of the videos that we're doing. So, that was the title of the video. So we're going in with that. I think they'll be all right. I think they're big boys. They can handle it. Big girls, I'm sure they can handle it. It's already been on YouTube. So we're not recreating the wheel. We're just, gonna watch something that somebody has up here. And, I think that was the title of the other one. But welcome, Natasha. Welcome. Freezing temps here it's 5 degrees. Yeah, it just started raining a while ago, about 30 minutes ago. It's been raining. So it's cooling down. Actually, I can turn my air conditioner off probably because the rain usually cools it down. I don't need to have my air on while it's raining, but it'll probably get warm again once it stops, but it depends on how long it goes. So anyway, yeah. So I did receive a message from Mike, and he has landed. He is back in the US of A, and he said he's back home. So I don't know if he'll try to pop on tonight or if he'll just wait till tomorrow, because I'm sure he texted me as soon as he landed. He said in the flight, so he was still on the flight, I think, when he texted me. So he has gotten home safely as far as I know. No, Natasha, I'm already a low-key target, but it's okay. I can handle it. I'm not worried about it. It is what it is. God got me. I got a bigger target than anybody else. My target don't miss. So not worried at all. God got me. So anybody wants some flaming arrows, and they're not gonna land on me at all. They've tried. Tahir has let me down. How dare he? Yeah, his electricity is out. We still got to go back to the let's escape from Pakistan for Tahir. We got to get him out. I say that, but I'm serious. But no, just for vacation. Nice to hear he's back home. So yes, it is nice to hear. No problem, Natasha. No problem. So praise God, Mike got home safe. Yes. Hey, Mike J, what's going on? How are you? Hope you had a good day today. Hope everybody had a good day today. Today is Wednesday. Hump day. I don't know if anybody see that commercial, but that commercial's like, it makes me laugh because it's like Wednesday is so not the day that anybody is ever excited about, but this commercial makes it almost exciting. Hump day. So yeah. Anywho, glad everybody is here with us. You know, we got 3 videos. Oh, we have an Amber Alert that's out. Let's see. We got an Amber Alert that's out. Maybe we'll start with that today. Because that's probably a short one. And then, hey, Valerie, how are you? How are you? Welcome. Hope you had a good day, Valerie. We'll start with that one, probably a quick one, give everybody some more time to get in, and then we'll get into these other videos because I can't ever remember how long they are. So let's do the Amber Alert and see what's going on
ABC
here.
30 Action
Right,
News
guys?
starts now with breaking news.
And good morning, and thank you for joining us at this hour. I'm Jason Oliveira alongside Jessica Harrington.
That breaking news we're following is out of Kings County. An Amber Alert is in place for 2 missing children after their mother was found dead in a home near Hanford.
Action News reporter Anna Drea now joining us live at the Kings County Sheriff's Office with more on the search for the young girls and the latest in this investigation. Anna?
Hey, Jason, Jessica, good morning. Deputies are looking for 23-year-old Jonathan Alexis Maldonado Cruz, and they believe that he is armed and dangerous. Investigators also believe that Maldonado Cruz is the father of those 2 missing girls. But I want to break down what we do know so far. Around 4 p.m. Tuesday afternoon, the Kings County Sheriff's Office was called out and headed to the fourth place near Orchard for a welfare check. This is in a community called Home Garden, which is southeast of Hanford, near the Hanford Municipal Airport. That's where they found a woman dead from a gunshot wound in a home. Now, this is a picture of the suspect shared by the Kings County Sheriff's Office. Deputies say Maldonado Cruz was last seen around 1 in the morning on Tuesday, where he then left with the 2 young girls that he shared with the woman. The suspect is described as 5'9", 215 pounds, with black hair and eyes. The Kings County Sheriff's Office also sharing these pictures of the 2 girls. 3-year-old Araya Maldonado is said to be 3 feet tall, 25 pounds, with brown eyes and brown hair. 2-year-old Alana is described as 2'5", 20 pounds, with brown eyes and brown hair. Authorities believe Maldonado Cruz is driving a gray 4-door 2020 Hyundai Elantra with the California license plate 8LZD084. Again, that's 8LZD084. Now, as we were driving down here, we didn't see any signs alerting the community about the Amber Alert that was in place. Also this morning, I didn't get a notification about the Amber Alert on my phone. And when I checked on the Kings County Sheriff's Facebook page, there were many people commenting saying they as well didn't get any alerts about this. But again, that could change. We will be keeping a close eye on that situation. The Kings County Sheriff's Office also asking anyone with information about the whereabouts of Maldonado Cruz and these 2 young girls is asked to contact the department. For now, reporting live in Hanford, Anna Torea, Action News, AM Live.
All right, guys. So that's another one. Just, keep your eyes peeled. Wherever you are, they could be heading anywhere. He could be heading anywhere with those 2 little girls. And, oh, man, people, I don't know. I don't understand. But, hey, Jamie, how you doing? Welcome. Margie, hello. Did I say hello to you, Margie? I don't know if I did, but hello, Margie. How are you? Welcome. Guys, come on in, scooch over, make some room for everybody that wants to get in. We're going to go through, I'm assuming it's California. I don't know if California has a Kings County. Somebody that's on that side could tell us. They said California license plate, so I'm assuming it's California. I'm not very familiar with that side of the United States, so doesn't sound. I know there's a Kings County. It's Kings County in New York too, but I don't think it's in New York. That wasn't a picture of a New York street, so or a Brooklyn street, I should say, because that's where Kings County. But it could be, California. It's Central California, I believe. Thank you, Dragon Queen. Appreciate that. Yes, absolutely. So yes, today we have a video that was sent. Of course, I just put the videos in. I never know who sends me what, because sometimes I get them and I just put them on the playlist, and to hear gets to pick which ones we do. So I get to be surprised like you guys, like, oh, we're doing this today. Okay, cool. All right. So this one, a Mafia member adopted her just to do this. So let's see what's going on with this. Man, I hope this is not terrible. All right, let's see. Let's get into this. Oh, let me do the intro just in case. What's going on, YouTube? How you doing? I'm just saying VB with another video here with you guys. A Mafia member adopted her just to do this. Let's check it out, see what's going on. All right, guys, let's get started.
Foster father used to visit my bed every morning, and my name is Barbara Lane, and I am a survivor of life in foster care in a foster home. My story began when I was 3 years old, when our family fell apart and many of myself and my sisters fell into foster care. That could have been traumatic for a lot of people, but for me, the real trauma was when we were separated and placed in different foster care homes, and I lost track of my sisters for most of my life. Our mother abandoned us younger children in the projects in St. Louis. She turned off the heat, she turned off the water, she sold all the furniture, and she left. And we were there 3 days in what was the coldest winter in St. Louis before a neighbor figured out something wasn't right and called Catholic Charities, who came and got us and placed us in St. Dominic's Orphanage in St. Louis. The trauma was when I watched my sisters leave the orphanage. One by one, they'd have these little suitcases in their hand. They'd get in cars with people I didn't know or a taxi, and they were just gone. And that broke my heart. My sister Kay and I were placed in the home of a Mafia grunt. It was a very, very abusive home. He was incredibly charismatic, convinced everyone that we were happy and doing well there, while he was literally threatening us by gunpoint not to say anything about what was going on in that home. But he was so charismatic, he convinced the social workers that we were doing much better if she would cut off ties with all of our sisters and just keep everyone away and let them get on with our life, parenting us in the way they thought, was best for us. Of course, none of that was true, but it's the way it went. They believed him. When he introduced us to, we didn't know there was anything wrong with the approach that he took with us until I think one time I drew a picture of his body as much as a 3-year-old could, almost 4-year-old could, and got smacked in the face for doing that, until never ever to do anything like that again. This went on the whole time we lived there through our adolescence, and he would threaten us so that we wouldn't tell anyone that he would kill one or the other of us sisters, and we didn't want that to happen, so we learned very quickly to be quiet. And I think I was 14 when I had enough of this, and I asked him to please take his gun and just shoot me, because I didn't want to live anymore. And so he raised his hand. I thought he was going to hit me, which he hit us all the time, so that wouldn't have been anything new. But instead, he put his hand down and he walked out of the room, and he never bothered me again. I thought to myself, if I had known it had been so easy as to ask him to kill me and things would have stopped, I would have asked him a long time before that. So after that event, he began to allow me to leave the house. I was able to ride my bike. I was able to join choir at school and, be in the play and play sports. And for some reason, he just gave me my freedom. That allowed me an opportunity to feel somewhat normal. He was an ex-boxer, so he had muscles, and he would beat my sister Kay something awful. And I remember a particular time, it was in my nature to protect her, and I tried to stand between them to get him off of her. I screamed and screamed and couldn't stop. He stopped hitting her only because I think I was screaming so loudly he was afraid the neighbors would hear, and that one sticks in my mind a lot, trying to protect her. I struggled with learning. I really did. I had a hard time reading. I had a hard time focusing at school because of what was going on in the home, as well as the fact that I was missing my sisters so much. the nuns, we went to look.
Imagine someone telling Child Protective Services this child would do better without their siblings. Like, what type of nonsense is that? Like, really? What kind of nonsense? Like, who even believes that? Like, oh yeah, let's separate the kids because it's going to be much better for them to be separated. Like, this is exactly the thing that, should never happen. If siblings get taken out of the home, they should never be separated. At least if you're going to take them from their parents, at least let them stay together. At least them have some semblance of family, not just throwing them in like, I don't know, with just another family. Like, ugh, that just makes me angry. Okay, I'm gone.
Catholic school, and the nuns literally referred to me with the R word, which I refuse to say, out of honor for anyone who struggles with issues like that. And I believed them. I really thought that there was something wrong with me and that I was incapable of learning. They would tap on my head and use my birth name, Lane. What's wrong with you? Are you R or what? And it would make all the other kids in the classroom know I was a foster child. It was horrific. I couldn't learn. For me, it was freedom. It was expressing and finding out who I was. Adolescence is a time to find out who you are. And I was free to do that. I was free to learn about friendships. I was free. I was very athletic, quite a tomboy. I played sports. I played tennis, which is how I met my husband, actually, at the age of 14. And so what I did was take all those memories of what had occurred before I was 14. And the way I describe it is I built a dungeon in my mind with really strong bars, a cell in there. And I put all of them in there and locked them away so that I could pretend that I had a normal life. From 14 forward, I thought I was doing pretty well. And I was, for the most part. It wasn't until I got older that those bars in that dungeon just started giving way, and I realized I had to get some help. I must have been in first grade. That morning, at Mass, I listened to the Catholic priest telling us first graders that Jesus was our friend, our brother, and that he would always be with us. My foster father used to visit my bed every morning and fondle me. That night, after the priest and the Mass, when I went to bed, I said a prayer to my brother Jesus to come and stay with me and protect me, because I believed that priest. I really did. And so I went to sleep that night, and I had the most magnificent dream. In my dream, Jesus came to me and put me on his lap and told me never to worry. No matter what happened, he would always be with me, always. So the morning when I woke up, my hand was warm, and I believed it was warm from being held in the hands of the Christ. And when my foster father came in that morning, I wasn't there. In my mind, I was with Jesus. So I think that is taking some horrible events and yet helping individuals understand what children do with it and what I did with it. And to this day, Jesus is my brother. So it's, there's always two sides to every coin. I didn't realize until I was much older what many of the signs I saw actually meant. He once took just me to a bakery with him, and he had this package under his arm, and he sat me down at the table and gave me a donut and a glass of milk and went back in the back room for 20 minutes or so, and then came back out. All of a sudden, this became a ritual where every Saturday he said, come on, we're going to the bakery, which was in downtown St. Louis. We lived in the county. And every Saturday morning, I had a donut and a glass of milk while he had this package wrapped in newspaper, went back in the back room, and then back out. What was in that package? I don't know. But, it couldn't have been good. I don't know if he was getting rid of guns. I mean, I could only assume. But then, I often overheard my foster mother speaking in her Sicilian dialect that I learned to understand, but I would never speak it because I didn't want them to think I understood what they were saying. But I did, and I knew what was coming. But I heard her say to one of her sisters on the phone that he was trying to break away from the Mafia, but that's an impossible task. They don't let you go. You had to walk on eggshells. You had to watch what you said. I got to the point where I would sit at the living room window and watch out the window and see him drive up coming home from work. And I could tell by the look on his face what was going to happen. So I would tell everybody to be quiet, my foster mother and my older sister Kay. Don't say a word, be quiet, because I could usually cajole him, tell him something good about himself, something like, I understand what a tough job, what a tough day, so that things would settle down and no one would get hurt. But my sister Kay had a hard time staying quiet. She would speak up to him as if she was asking him to hit her, although there was nothing she ever did that deserved that. But, I was always trying to calm things down, and it was very hard with her because she'd be angry and she'd say something to him smart, and then he'd get on her, and then I'd try to, protect them, get between them, tell him to stop. But usually I just get hit in the way. You'd get hit too, just trying to be there. He would throw chairs, he would throw plates, whatever he could get his hands on, he would throw. It was just the same thing over and over and over. My sister Kay often had broken glasses, bruises on her face, bruises on her arms. When he would throw something, he really didn't take aim. He was just throwing. I stayed out of fear in that home until I married my husband. I was 19. And it wasn't until after we were married that I started to realize I needed help. I needed to deal with all this because I had somewhat of obsessive compulsive tendencies. Like if there was a glass in the sink, I couldn't go to bed till it was cleaned and put away. The floors were immaculate. I mean, I played it out in that way. So I was fortunate to find an incredible therapist that really helped me work through my childhood trauma. I just got in that dungeon and dug it all out, took a look at it, because you cannot heal it until you know what it is you have to heal. I reunited with all my sisters when I was 42. I did a lot of healing before we were reunited, so I was really ready for that experience. And when we were all together, I was to learn there wasn't one of us that escaped, not one, in our childhood. So that really put me on a passionate journey to gather their stories, to listen to them when perhaps no one else ever did. And I spent one-on-one time with each sister, listening to their stories of horror and, and watching them heal at the same time, because there's healing in sharing your story. There's much healing in sharing your story. And so it took me 15 years to gather all their stories, because this isn't easy to talk about. They shared them when they were ready, and I wasn't going to push anyone. I didn't even know I was going to write a book. They just wanted me to take a journal down for them. And then eventually they said, will you write it in a book for me and for us? And I said, okay. I love them so much I couldn't say no. So it became Their Stories United. And I'm so proud of each and every one of them, because they all stood up and told a terrible story to tell. And they all did it. They all did it with the hope that our stories will inspire others who've been through some of the tragedies we've been through, and know that you can heal from it, that you can be whatever you want to be. It takes work. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of tears, but there's a doorway there you can walk through and close it behind you and leave it all past. My book is Broken Water, an extraordinary true story, and it's about 11 abandoned and sisters who reunite after 43 years and share their stories. It takes a strength of a warrior to seek help, and to seek help, use that strength. Be proud of yourself. There's no shame in seeking help. There's no shame in help. I think that healing involves a remembrance of who you are, which is, in my view, a divine child of the Creator, of the ultimate, the universe, whatever words you use. And when you are abandoned, mistreated, you forget, you lose connection with the reality of who you are. And healing can be somewhat spontaneous when you remember. It's just that remembrance that you are divine.
Well, that was a very Interesting story. I mean, I'm glad that she got to reunite with her sisters at the end. That was probably the best part for 43 years. Wow, that's a long time. That's a long time. Like, my goodness, these people. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. All right, guys. Anyway, sorry, had to do that for just in case Tahir wants to cut it and put it on one of the channels, which I don't know. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry. Anywho, yeah, that was definitely very interesting story, and I mean, 11 of them, and they were all separated. I don't believe in that. Like, it's like that's something that just it really irritates me because I feel like like I would rather have, and maybe I'm wrong for my thinking, but I would rather have a place, whether it's like, a residential where they have school and everything, a big, you know, facility or whatever, where they're all together, than put them in separate homes and just have staff that are there, that, help them and do whatever they need to do with them until their parents, can get themselves together. Their parents can have supervised visitation, or if the parents just never get themselves together, it can be their long term until they become adults. I'd rather have it that way. Hey, Wendy, I'd rather have it that way than have them in separate homes and have these people that we don't know, because it just seems like it's so much abuse. Hey, Miss Gothi, how are you? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Sammy Sam, how you doing? LA Chick, hello. Christine, hello. And that's just the way I see it. Like, I don't, I feel like when you put them into these other homes, like, these people should be, safe places, but you just can't ever know. And, if you have in a facility or in a building, I don't want to say facility, but if I had a residential home for, big enough for all these children to have, like, their own rooms and stuff like that, and just had a big enough staff, like, at least you could have cameras on sites, what's going on, if somebody's being abused or something like that, or, like, I don't know. I just feel like having them behind someone else's closed doors maybe not the best thing, because somebody might have a great foster family, but for the ones that don't, like, I'm just not willing to take that chance. Like, I'm just not willing to take that chance. But then you could have anything with staff too, but I feel like if you're really paying attention to your staff and you're really making sure that there's no it's not allowed for staff to be with a child by themselves ever. Like, you always have to have more than one, and you're not going to have men with little girls, and things like that. Like, there's just certain rules, and I could be very old school with it, but there's just certain rules that I feel like are made to just kind of restrict certain things. Not that it can't happen, but you try to restrict it as much as possible. So yeah, that's what I think. I think that's the best bet, especially for kids that you plan to reintroduce into their family. There's no sense in getting them connected, so emotionally connected with another family, that then you got to rip them away from this family and bring them back. Like, it's just it's a weird concept when you think about it. Like, you take them from one family, you put them with this other family, then all of a sudden you rip them from this family, you put them back. Like, that's double the trauma. Like, at least when you're in like a big, like, all the kids are there, the staff is there, and they help take care of the kids and stuff like that. But it's not like, oh, this is my new family and then I got to rip you from it. It's like, it's sort of like going to a long summer camp, possibly, like, but yeah, so, that's what I would do if I had Elon Musk money. I keep saying it. If I had Elon Musk money, if I could do whatever I want, I'm telling you, if I ruled the world. It's a nice song. I was singing that earlier to a friend of mine. I was like, I got big plans, I just got no money. That's usually how it goes, right? Don't have rights here. Yeah, grandparents don't have rights in most places, I don't think. And I understand. Like, I understand both sides of that argument as well. But I just think that the goal when you take a child out is to hopefully have them reintroduced to fix whatever's broken, if possible, in the family, in the home, and to reintroduce, and for them to not have a relationship at all with their parent, but to have a healthy relationship with their parent if it's possible. Now the 30% where it's not possible, you know, that's a different story. Sorry guys, I got a cough drop. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is like, I got all the ideas, just ain't got none of the money, but it's okay. Keep doing what God wants me to do, and I'm sure he's going to provide the way for things to happen if that's what he sees fit. So he's going to put me exactly where he wants me. So I just trust in that, and I don't worry about it too much. So anyway, so we have one more video. This one's talking about the UK's fight. I think it's against transportation, but I'm not sure because I can't see the rest of the title. Hey, Knowledge Nook. Oh, Positive P. What's going on? Long time no see, Positive P. Another name change. I like this. Are you okay, Positive P? You keep jumping in with a different name. All right. You know what? About the bruises. Yesterday I was talking about, some of the kids that were on the missing children's list that is on the website. And there's a couple of those kids that I see bruises on their faces. Not gonna lie. A couple of kids have bruises on their faces. And I'm thinking to myself, you took a picture, or you sent a picture of this child with a bruise on their face. Clear. Like there's one boy, he has a bruise right here. And I'm like, yeah, it's a problem. It's definitely a problem for me. But yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this next video, and then we'll be able to chat for the rest of the night. I do have some, well, I'll tell you guys later after this video. Shake it up a little bit. So hopefully I'm able to do that. Sometimes the fixes is extra financial assistance. Give the money to the original family, not adopt families. Yes, when possible. Yeah. Or, like I said, sometimes there's resources that are necessary to help with the families. If the family doesn't have a, clean home, you can get cleaning services. It's that simple. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, how can we help to make this family healthy? Because, I mean, honestly, when you have numerous kids, it's hard to keep your house clean. Okay. I had 3, and then I always had other kids in my house. So like, I thought my house was pretty, okay, but sometimes I look at videos and my house is a mess. Like there's toys all over the place, there's kids all over the place, and it's not like it's dirty, but it's messy. And so, it's hard to keep your house clean, especially if you're a single parent, you got, 4, 5, 6 kids. I mean, dude, like, you could barely have time, for yourself, let alone now you got to clean, especially if they're young where they can't pitch in and help. Once they get a little older, everybody gets a little chore. You dust and you wipe off the counters, you sweep, you take out the garbage, then it kind of, makes it easy. But when they're all young, like 4 or 5 and, 6 years old, there's not much they can do, I mean, they might be able to like do the vacuum or something like that, but everything they do, you have to pretty much monitor. It's not like you can send them in there and say, go clean the kitchen or go do the dishes or go, clean the bathroom, wipe the sinks down or something, and expect them not to, to do it like immaculately. Like, this is not Annie. So, hey, Window Pane, how are you? Stephanie, if you get a chance, check out the Dynamic Reason channel. He has some real child abuse cases on there. One from this week, a mother left her kids alone for, oh my goodness. Well, we just saw this lady, the mother packed up and turned off everything and left them there. And they were there for 3 days before they got the kids. Like, I don't understand. It's got to be drugs. Like, hey, Mina, how you doing? How you feeling, Mina? I feel like anytime you do something that egregious, drugs has to be entered into the picture because nothing else will make sense. Like, you didn't just wake up one morning and say, oh, I didn't want my kids. I'm just going to turn off everything and leave them here. I mean, dude, you couldn't drop them off with a cousin or something? Like, I don't get it. Like, you can be a piss poor parent, but could you at least be a piss poor parent and drop your kids off with somebody safe? Like you couldn't even take them down the street to you can take them next door to the neighbor, somebody. Like, come on. I don't know. I feel like that's drugs, because drugs, I've never been on drugs, but I assume that drugs have your mind somewhere else. And I see a lot of people that are on drugs, and I always think to myself, I wonder in their mind what they think is going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? How do you see yourself the way I see you, or do you think like you're hot out here, like, oh, I'm sexy? Like, is that what they think in their mind? Like, everything is okay, I'm sexy? Or do they know they're like not making it right now? Like, I always wonder that, because perception, right? Because if they perceive themselves to be like, in their right mind, oh, I'm hot, I'm doing it, I'm the thing, blah 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 blah, then maybe that's why they think it's all good. But do they see themselves the way I see you, like falling asleep on the light post, or like dirty disheveled clothing and stuff like that? Like, do you see that or no? Like, sometimes I'm curious to see, like, but I've never been on drugs. I've never been a pill popper, or ever even prescription drugs do I even like to take. So I can't really say that I could ever relate to that, but yes, Mike let us know that he was home safe. I thought he might jump on, but he's probably sleepy, so we'll see. Hey, Luna, how are you? For them, they're doing everything right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when you think about it, it's like when you look at yourself in the mirror and you be like, oh my goodness, what is this? And you just like, or you look in the mirror like, oh, I'm cute today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do they see? Because clearly you're not seeing what I'm seeing. I'm just cute. I'm just curious, honestly. Yvonne, hello, hello, hello. So yeah, mental illness is definitely right. But the mentality of it is just, my grandfather died and left my grandmother with 6 children. She had a mental breakdown. So I can imagine. Yeah, 11. Come on. Yeah, that's a lot, And you would think that you'd have a community, or you would just. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I feel like if I just didn't want that many kids, I just have to stop having sex if there's no other way. I mean, it could sound wrong, but sorry, dude. Didn't know stuff. I don't mind mirrors in my house. I mean, if it got that serious, you just can't get none, because every time it happens, I get pregnant. So clearly, because women can only get pregnant during a certain couple of days in the month. It's not like you can get pregnant anytime. So it's like you're hitting these days every time. Like, nah, bro, we're good. We're just going to stop till you figure out how to not get me pregnant every time we have sex. Like, that's it. Not having all these kids. But, women probably didn't have that much say anyway. And, my husband probably would have had me in a what is it, like back in the day in like the 20s, they used to be able to drop their women off at the insane asylum anytime that they didn't do what they said, which is crazy. And they would give women, I think, lobotomies and stuff, like all types of crazy stuff used to go on and be legal. Like, it was crazy. Sitting in a chair like a sleeping chicken is a very normal thing to do. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. Yes, me is so happy to hear. I bet he already has plans in the works to get back to you quickly. Yes, he does. I'm sure he does. My husband comes from 11 cities. I met his mom-in-law. She passed when my husband was 14. I told him that women needs a medal. I know that's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. 11 kids. Like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There was no community. She had come up to New York at age 12. She barely spoke English, and my grandfather died. So mental illness could have been the culprit. My grandmother wasn't on drugs. Yeah, it could have been. It could have been the fact that she just, she couldn't take it anymore. I mean, my great grandmother, she had kids until she died. Pretty much, that she had a kid pretty much every year until she died, and then she died like. She had 2 years where she didn't have a kid, and she died. She died. Her kids were young, and my great grandfather had to separate the kids to different family members, and that's why my family is like all over, because he had 13, and he had to separate them. So because he couldn't do it all by himself. I raised my daughter on my own, and it wasn't easy. Thank goodness for my family who helped me every step of the way. Yeah, it is nice when you have family to help. Definitely. I didn't have a whole lot of physical help myself, but I've seen families that have helped, and I'm like, man, that would have been great. But we get through it. Can't imagine having 11. I know, right? But the grandma on my mom's side had 20 youth. Yeah, that's a lot too. That's a lot. We're a bit late. Or are we talking about pregnancies? No, we're just talking about this lady. She was one of 11, and her mom just left them, and they all got split up, put in this foster care. And we were just talking about you know numbers of kids, and if I had 11 kids, I'm just not having sex anymore. I'm just like, because you don't really get pregnant every time. It's just a certain time that a woman will get pregnant. So clearly you're not timing this right. And we're just gonna stop, because I'm not gonna keep having kids every time I have sex. Like, it's not gonna work. So that's my answer to the problem, but whatever. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, 21 children is a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, my great grandmother had 13, and each of those kids had at least 8. So that's a lot. And then like my grandmother had 8, and so she all of her kids had at least 4, except for one that had 10. So yeah, we're talking numbers now. Like, multiply, carry the 2, divide by 5, add 6. It's too many. It's too many. The family is very large, so there's people I don't even know. I mean, have no clue. That's how large it is. So anyway, okay. So let's get on with the UK one. UK fights against. So let's see what they're talking about. Is he surprised by what he was doing? Did he just say it sounds like the rap sheet from hell? See, this is exactly my point. Like, do you see you the way we see you, or do you think you're doing something else? Because clearly something is not clicking. And this is why I say that I don't believe that it's necessary for children to have access to the free internet, to Wi-Fi like that, unless you're doing something for school. And honestly, let's pick up a book. Let's go back to reading books, because this free access to the internet is not worth the trouble that you can get into with it right now. Like, it's really not. Like, it's just, I'm sorry. I understand that technology makes some things easier, but this is not something that you have to have or have to do right now. This is not go outside and play. Go play the radio, and you and your friends put together, choreograph a little dance outside. Like, it doesn't have to be filmed. Everything doesn't have to be on video. Everything doesn't have to be out for the world. I'm sorry. I just don't believe that children, like, if they didn't have it, I don't think children would lose anything by not having access to the internet. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't even sign your name, but you know how to, log onto the internet and toggle through pages and do all this other stuff. No, I just don't feel like taking the internet away from children is going to hurt them in any way. There's nothing out there that they need to know. The internet should be for adults. It's for us to make it easier for us, for our lives, to find out more information for us. I don't feel like that's something that they need to have. I'm sorry. Pick up a book, do it the hard way, do it the way we had to do it. Go to the library, take a book out, read the book, write a report, whatever. Like, I feel like that is perfectly okay. But I'm old school. I realize I'm not up with the times, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses anyway. I think that's dumb. And if it's not necessary, then why open that can of worms? Like, I don't know. But anyway, I keep going. The fact that these sites can put up here teen blah 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 blah, teen blah blah blah, like, I'm going after these internet sites, because why are you allowing people to post stuff that says teen this and teen that, or child this or child that? Like, this is your site where you have all this, like, all this corn and everything else, right? So at least if you're going to have, all your little corn sites, your little corny sites, or whatever the case, at least you should know what videos people are posting on your site. Don't sit here and tell me, oh, we don't know what they're posting. No, you, just like with any other sites, when you make somebody wait 24 hours to review their picture to make sure they're a real person, that's the same thing for posting their corn. How about that? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I'm going after the sites too, because this is your business, right? And you're allowing for people to put this stuff up, and you're advertising with this. So you're allowing this to happen, acting as if you don't have a way to stop this. No, you just can't post this. Oh, this is an inappropriate video. You can't post. I mean, I'm inappropriate as far as corn goes. I mean, how do you even, but anyway, saying, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, why are you allowing them to post this stuff? That's your responsibility as a company to make sure that you're posting people who have consented adults to consent to whatever freaky deaky stuff they want to post. How about that? And that's what I just said. Like, it's on the companies. And, these are American companies, and they're saying, like, oh, well, we can't take their stuff because America. You know what? I hate to say it, but look at China. Whatever China don't want people to watch, guess what? You have no access. Simple. We cut it out for everybody. You don't have a right to this. You have a right to this. You're going to get what we say you're going to get. That's it. Like, that's it. We'll cut it out. This is not even in, made in the UK or whatever the case. So you can't get sites like this from America or from wherever it's from. Easy. Can't access it. Now you can't access it. You think they can't do it? China been doing it. China been blocking all types of stuff they can't get access to. Then why can't anybody else do it? Everybody want to point the finger at China when they do it and be like, oh, this. Yeah, but you know what? Guess what? Everything ain't for everybody. And sometimes blocking stuff like that is necessary. Like, they don't want that getting into their kids. They don't want that to be, to be in people's heads and doing all types of stuff and acting on stuff like that. Guess what? Block it. Can't do it. Can't access it. This site is no longer able to be accessed. I don't know. I said this earlier, I think on Maggie's Live, especially America. I can't speak for any other country, but America has the resources, they have the technology, they have the opportunity, they have the money to fix the problems that we have. It's not the fact that we can't do it. It's the fact that we just don't. And it all has to do with money. That's it. And when we stop being greedy for money and thinking about money and start thinking about people and thinking about being the best that we could be just because we want to be the best, then we can do it. Because it's not that we can't. It is very possible, and it's very easy too. That's the sad part. It's very easy. Where other countries might have struggles with certain things to do these types of things, America does not. We have everything it is we need in place. The only problem that we have is a bunch of greedy people who are selfish, who don't care, and all they care about is money. I'm sorry. And you can put allegedly if you want to for YouTube purposes, allegedly YouTube, whatever. And these are jobs, right? Everybody talking about there's no work from home jobs. These are clear work from home jobs. These are people that you can hire anywhere in the world to watch videos and take videos down. You can have a whole, I hate to say this, but a whole farm of people that can watch these videos and can take them down. So hire more people, as many people as you need to go through these videos and make sure. And it really should be before you get it posted, not after you post it. You should have a delay time, 24 to 48 hours before you can post a video, 72 hours, however long it takes us to go through your videos. Otherwise, you only get one freaky deaky video to watch until we get through the rest of the freaky deaky videos. I mean, you be all right. You will be all right. I'm so sorry that you have to wait to see a little new freaky deaky videos, but you're going to have to wait until we get somebody to monitor this and make sure that, your freaky deaky video ain't got no kids and ain't got no people in here that haven't consented to this, freaky deaky video. All right? Like, come on. Doesn't make any sense. All right, guys, that's the end of that. Like I said, especially in a country like America, there's no reason why. There's no excuse. All people that want to work from home, that's work from home job right there. And I'm sure people, will take that job and comb through, what is it? They call it, what is it? Data mining or something like that. Where they comb through and they'll walk. And just like you said, Plotter, anybody that's posting that type of stuff, directly to the authorities. We don't even tell you, just directly to the authorities. Send them right to wherever that IP address is. Hey, Joan, how you doing? Hey, Dee Dee Fox, how are you? Summer, how are you? Yeah, right to the authority. I'm with that. I'm with that. Right to the authorities. And this way, hopefully they'll get wind of it and they'll stop trying to post stuff and stop doing that, because now there's no market for it. There's no market for it. The only reason why they're doing it is because there's a market for it. I mean, they're going to be perpetrators anyway, because that's what heinous people do. But, there's a way to fix this. Like I said, there's a way to fix just about every problem we have very simply. Because I know you're making money off of advertisement, because a lot of things, they're not even, I don't even know if people are making money off of these uploads. They just upload them for free. But ones that are making money from, you're damn sure, you're doggone sure not going to be just uploading them and then like, oh, well, we have to find out, so it'll take us a couple of days to take it down once you say that there's a child. No, you should have looked at it first. But you so gung-ho about, putting up these little videos before you check them first. Don't even make that's what we used to call ass backwards. You're ass backwards right now. Okay? That don't make no sense. No sense at all. And yet editors are always gonna find a way, but you know what? We don't have to make it easy. At least if you're gonna find a way, you're gonna have to work. Don't just sit up here and make it easy for them. Like there are plenty of ways to find these people if they really want to find them. But just like big homie CC said, you sell substances one time, you sell a person multiple times. And until we get out of the fact of, we actually want to make money off of people and do these things to these children and to people against their will because we can make more money with it. I'm telling you, money. That's what the Bible said. Money is the root of all evil. It's the root of all evil is money. The love of money. Sorry, let me get it right. The love of money is the root of all evil. So because, you have people that love money, companies that love money, you're not willing to do what's right because the love of money is the root of all evil. There you go. There you have. There it is. But we can. Fix this. We can fix this. That is a job right there. Work from home job. Don't even have to go into the office. You don't need to be in the office to do that. To go through videos and say, "Oh, nope, can't do this." Report that, and have like a little button. Report, and send it straight to the local authorities. That's it. Or task force. That's what they do. That's it. Simple. Then the task force, that's a whole nother, hundreds of jobs that you can have, because now you got videos in, and now you got to, move them out to whichever state they have to go to, whichever, city they have to go to. And so now cities have individual task forces of, they get it into their precinct, and they setting an officer on it. Like, come on. This is not difficult. This is not difficult. I'm telling you, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I refuse to believe that I am the smartest person in the world. I just literally came up with this off the top of my head. I didn't sit down and write a plan for this. So I can't be the smartest person in the world. So I know that the people in power know that it is this easy. If I could come up with it on top of my head, I know the people in power know that they could do it. Just come on. Just do the right thing. Do the right thing. Do what's right. That's it. It shouldn't be that difficult to do what's right. Like, it really shouldn't. Oh, my banner keeps coming up. I don't need it anymore. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, just do what's right. Do the right thing. Yeah, we must help somehow. Exactly. We must help somehow. Hey, Barbara J, how you doing? SG, hello. How are you? How are you? Mafia, how are you? How are you? Welcome, guys. Dee Fox, you got me yesterday. You got me good, because I had no idea you were Gwen's mom, and then I found that out today, and I was like, I knew that name looked familiar, and I could not place it. And when you came, Golden's mom, and I was like, and I think I found out yesterday after, and I was like, dang it, I didn't know that. So welcome, Dee Fox. Hey, how you doing? Love of money, even I'm telling you, where people thought like this. Hey, Danny, what's going on? You know what we do up in here, Danny. We watch videos about, going on, and how we can inform ourselves, but also think of ways how we can fix problems in the world. And today we're watching about child corn, and the fact that there's all this child corn going on in the UK that they have access to, and they're arresting people that are looking and keeping child corn. And so basically what we were saying was that these sites can check these videos before they upload them. That's a job right there. So don't say that, oh, we don't know what's going up there. Well, just like you say, we have to validate you as being a real person before we let you on the site, and you have to take a selfie and you wait 24 hours. It's okay if we got to wait 72 hours till you post your freaky video. Like, that's what we were talking about, Danny, is that there's a way to do it, and we have all the resources in our country to do it, and the opportunity. We just don't do it because, ain't no money in it. That's it. Hey, Aspen, how you doing? That's good. Glad to hear it. So yeah, so that's what we're talking about, Danny. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Well, thank you, Danny. It's always great to have you. But yeah, that's what we're talking about in here today. The fact that, America has the resources, the technology, the opportunity, the money to change all the problems that we have, fix all the problems we have, and we just don't. And so we are here, our collective of people with, minimal funds, with all the ideas to fix the world's problems, and no money. But it's okay, because you got to start somewhere, right? And we are going to do what we can do with what we have. So it's okay. When we do get the money, we'll know exactly where we're going to put it, because we'll have all the ideas in our mind and written out, ready to move. because I keep saying what I would do if I had Elon Musk money. If I had a piggy bank that never ran dry, what I would do. And, that is what we are sitting here discussing, how we can solve the world's problems, or at least get closer to, because we can solve them all. Unfortunately, that would have to be the Lord himself, but we can definitely, do something. So just keep hashtag Elon Musk in the title. Maybe share it with them. If I could get some Elon Musk money, I'm not going to the moon, baby. I got some stuff to do right here. I don't know moon problems, all right? I don't know what's on the moon and what kind of problems they dealing with, but I don't need them, okay? We got enough right here, So yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're in here plotting and planning to make the world a better place, or to help make the world a better place. And, I do like the fact that they have that hotline for people that do have these improprieties that, might be an embarrassment. So at least they can call and talk to somebody, because that, I think, is definitely helpful. That's something. I mean, it might not stop them, but at least, if they have enough self-control to at least pick up the phone and talk through it, to get some type of assistance with, getting these thoughts out of their mind, I think that's helpful, because a lot of it is, it's not more of your mind as it is in your actions, right? Your mind can go through a lot of disgusting, heinous, thoughts, but you choose not to act on them. So it's a discipline, and it's a mental health thing. So it's like, why are these thoughts continuing, and why do I take it to the point to where I feel like I have to act on them? So yeah, I think having that hotline is a good idea. I don't think it's anything wrong with that. I want to help our children any way I can. I worked with special needs kids for 23 years before disabled with the Board of Education Jersey. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at. Like, whatever way we can help these children, help these victims, help these people. Like, hopefully he can send them PFFs on the space. All right. Right? ZS flights, the ones that don't work. That's what I'm telling. Like, can we just put them all in one little place where they can't get off? Like, that's it. Just send them all over there. You can deal with your therapy and all that other stuff, or whatever the case, over there. And let's see if we can get you some, what is it, intensive therapy on a island far away by yourself, or the moon. Hey, whatever. Figure out how the moon, like, send them all up there, figure out how the moon works, and then, let us know if it doesn't work. And, if anybody acts up, we'll just take your helmet off and push you out to space. Works for me. Why not? If I don't have PayPal, just Cash App, how do I donate to y'all? My Cash App, Mafia, I only have PayPal right now. So I appreciate that, but I did have to get rid of Cash App. Cash App was acting up, and then when I deleted it, then they decided to start sending me money, and I was like, no, we're not playing this game, Cash App. I don't like when people play with people's money. I'm really sensitive about when other people play with people's money, but I do have a PayPal. I think I just applied because I have 500 subs now. I think I'll be able to do stickers, super stickers or something like that soon. I don't know. We'll see. They have to review my content and make sure it's okay for super stickers and stuff. I'm not fully monetized, but I think that's the one step. And then if I get 1,000 subs, then I'll be fully monetized with the ads and all this other stuff. I'm still trying to learn, but I do appreciate that you want. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I just have PayPal right now. So appreciate you. Please don't send it to Cash App, because Cash App will have me jumping through hoops, and I have already deleted my Cash App. Where you been? Casting down imagination. Okay, I missed something. I probably did. Can actually change your brain function on an MRI machine. Okay. Just disgusting what happened. How are you, mate? Oh, Danny. I had to switch chats. I was on the channel talking to myself. Oh, were you, Danny? Whose chat are you in right now, Danny? Oh goodness. I don't know where, I can't see where everybody is. I just can see everyone together. So I never know who's where until they tell me. And then people think like they're missing something. It's like, no, you're just in the other chat. That's on the other side. Sorry guys. Okay, I'll figure it out. I haven't been in a while. Yes, no problem. I appreciate that. Yes, I just have PayPal right now. And then hopefully if they approve my channel, I don't know, I'll be able to get some stickers and something, I guess, when people put stuff up, and I don't know, all you guys know more than I just got here, so I'm the new kid on the block still. I hope you were okay. I was a wee bit worried. I'm grand. Uh, Hey, Debbie has two. Okay, so Danny done found some people to talk to. Is that what it was? You were on the wrong side, Danny. Or not, I shouldn't say the wrong side, but you were on the other side. You're on another side. Okay. I'm on your channel now. Okay. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I never know when anyone is. Hey everyone, bless all. Yeah, I don't know where everybody is, but it's okay. Like I said, whatever channel you guys want to be on is fine. Just make sure you like both sides because we're all family hanging in here together. Do you talk to yourself sometimes? I mean, I talk to myself. I mean, and they say it's okay to talk as long as you don't answer yourself back. But I think W2Cat says sometimes she answers herself back too. Is that right, W2Cat? Are you the one that said that? Future date chat. I've done it myself, Daddy. I do all the time, Flutter. I'm giving myself good advice. I know, right? It's the best when you're giving yourself good advice. I made sense when I do. Oh, DD Fox, you talk to yourself too. Yes, I thought it was W with two cats that said that sometimes she answers herself back, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, I guess so. Sometimes you can do that too. Yes, and argue with myself. Exactly. Like, yeah, like what are you doing? I don't know. All right, so anyway. But yeah, guys, yeah, I think that it's definitely something that can definitely be fixed. There are definitely answers to these problems. I don't think that they're hard answers, but I think that you just have to have someone that really has a heart with to do something with it, and that's probably the issue, right? Is that people get caught up in having 5 and 6 cars and 5 and 6 houses and stuff like that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I can do with I mean, not that I wouldn't have a couple of luxuries, but at the end of the day, there Elon Musk money, you can have luxury and you can do so much for the world. So it's like um so I would definitely have like these huge places for kids, and have staff that lived maybe apartment for the staff so that they can have little golf carts they take up to the place, and they have their rotation shifts and stuff like that, and the kids can be with their siblings and they don't have to be separated from each other, and parents can have supervised visitation for ones that need to have supervised visitation, for ones that they're working through their family issues and able to be reintroduced to their families. They have family visits, and just trying to build this happy, strong family. And then I would have something for these, I'd have a whole what is it, what's the word I'm looking for? I'd have a whole conglomerate for busting down these nefarious people with these nefarious activities, combing the internets. I'd have a whole internet, a whole internet team of like, buildings and buildings of people, or they could work from home. I don't care, that go through these videos and report. And then, in all these different cities and all in the world, we'd have different, places that they lock into, and then they would send people out to go get you. That's what I would do. Go get them. Nasty. But anyway, and then we take everybody and we put them off either on the moon or on another island far away. And we'd fly in therapists and stuff like that. They could work the land, do stuff. Like, you know what? They wouldn't have any technology though, because clearly like you've used your technology in a way that wasn't good, so you wouldn't have technology. You'd have to work the land, like, back in the day. Like, we'd give you, like, a couple of mules, maybe a horse, maybe. I don't know if I want to put the horses through that, but donkey or mule, maybe a horse or something. And we give you some equipment to go ahead and farm the land and do it and take it, and keep your hands busy with something other than these keys on this internet. How about that? Do some hard back breaking, sweating work, working for your food. Teach them how to, churn butter. We give them a couple of cows out there so they can get some milk, some chickens. They won't need to come back. That's it. No internet for you. You've already violated the internet and everything the internet is supposed to be. So you get no internet. You just get to go back to like Little House on the Prairie. How about that? And that would be the rest of your days until you decided that, maybe you can, get yourself right. I don't know, or whatever. But, who knows? That's just my little plan. What can I say? It's might be too simplistic. What can I say? Danny, you do, in all fairness. Yes, you argue with, okay, yeah, we saw. Let's see. I don't know, talk to myself all the time. It's the only way to get expert. Okay, I think I did these. So it's sick and evil and needs to be stopped. Absolutely. When is Mike expected back? I know he has a long flight. Mike is back home. He did text me when he landed at home, so I don't know if he's just tired. He's probably just getting settled, because it was a couple of hours ago that he texted me. So he is back. He said he landed at the airport, so I'm assuming at the airport at his house. He said he's home. So I can only imagine, how tired he is, but I'm sure he'll probably be back tomorrow. I wasn't sure if he's going to be back on today. So he is back home. He got home safe. So that's good. I'm happy with whatever God blessed me with. Absolutely. We're going to do what we can with what we have. Absolutely. Our children are the greatest blessing. All children, we must protect them however we can. Absolutely. I agree. Children are not for sale. Humans are not for sale. Slavery was abolished a long time ago, and it has to stop, period. Absolutely. The internet will change as soon as quantum computers become more available. Oh, Danny, do I even want to go down that rabbit hole with you? No, I'm going to sit here. Steph, I want to know how to milk the chickens. Milk the cows, and then they get some chickens. But if they want to milk the chickens, hey, God bless the chickens. The chickens will be for eggs. The cows will be for milk. Got some goats to keep the grass cut. What else do you need? What else do you need? Get some fruit trees out there. That's it. Make it work. Go fish. Figure it out. Like, like you have definitely ruined your chance at being with technology. So now you go back to Little House on the Prairie. Like it'd be like The Villages or The Village. What was that movie? The Village. M. Night Shyamalan Village, and they thought they was, I don't know what they thought, they was in Little House on the Prairie type, but they was just in a park somewhere in deep woods. Didn't even realize that they had cars and all types of other stuff going by. That was like cuckoo. But yeah, but anyway, I know a lot of people don't like his movies, but I liked his movies. I always think that his movies were scary without being scary. Like, it's suspenseful in a way that's like scary. Like when they had that one, that it was like the alien. It was an alien or something kept coming, and the girl kept drinking water and putting the water all over the house. Like she never finished her cup of water. And then the guy, he was like used to play baseball or something like that. I can't remember what it was called, but like that movie was like crazy, like scary, but you never saw anything scary, but you were just scared at the fact that what is it? What is it? So I like M. Night Shyamalan, and he always makes an appearance, and I think that's pretty cool too. So it's kind of funny. Uh Haha, Steph, don't forget down the rabbit hole. I still don't fully understand quantum comms, but there should be no excuse for any of the nastiness that's available now. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Like, especially with AI, the way that it is, you would think that, it could definitely pick out when something is inappropriate, but it's like, once again, we have all the technology, we have all the opportunity, we have all the money. What's the problem? Because it's not because we're dumb. It's not because we're, slow. What's the problem? But, clearly I don't have enough money to ask those questions because nobody listens to me. But, when you get money, they listen to you better. They be like, oh, what do you have to say? Because unfortunately, we live in a world where money and power go hand in hand, and money and leadership go hand in hand. But leadership shouldn't really be tied to money because, just because you have money doesn't make you a great leader. Just makes you a person with money, right? That's it. So, but because the love of money is the root, uh, you know, people respect it more because they love money. So there it is. But anyway, that's just me. What do I know? I'm just here on YouTube talking to you guys and just, running my mouth, right? I listen to your stuff. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you. And I love you guys. And I love you guys. And together we are going to do amazing things. I know. Because we are definitely looking out for what's right, and we are standing on what's right. And that's all we can do. Like, we do the best we can with what we have. That's it. Anything else, we got to leave it up to God. Like, God, you get the rest. I did this. Can't have money and ask money people questions that will cost them money. You will disappear. Yeah, they don't and that's probably, the reason why, because, the balance, right? Is just that, they don't want people with money to ask, no money questions, or no money people to ask money questions, right? Because then it's like, that would be way too easy, wouldn't it? But let me get my foot in that door, Danny. Oh, let me get my foot in the door. Let me get like a little foot in the door. Let me get a little bit. Okay? To do something with. And wind up getting some millions and millions, baby. They'll be so mad at me. She's not acting like an elite rich person. She's not acting like us. She's not being selfish. She's not doing nothing. She don't have 6 cars. She don't got 7 houses. No, baby. I'm telling you, I am the last one you want to come in the door. I'm the last one you want to let in the door because I'm gonna ruin it. I'm telling you right now, I'm ruining it for everybody. Walmart won't even have a leg to stand on when I'm done. You talk about slashing prices, honey. They be like, Walmart who? I'm telling you, you ever seen Pinky in the Brain? Danny, ever seen Pinky in the Brain? He said, what we doing today? Same thing we do every day. Trying to take over the world. Because things come from you, Steph, through your smile. I see a beautiful heart. Yeah, I love the kids. I do too. Don't want the hurt in any way. Yes, that's me. That's me. Pinky in the Brain. I'm brain right now, trying to figure out a way how to take over the world. In a good way, though. In a good way. Oh, to be elite, your bloodline has to be hundreds of years old. I bet you I can dig up something, Daddy, but they don't want me to find it because I'm the wrong one. I'm the one they wanted to cut out the family tree. Trust me. I bet you I can dig it up, though. That's because your money don't make you elite. That's all right, though. I bet you I can find it. I bet you I can go back into one of these ancestors, you know, from across the water. I bet you I could find it. Let me tell you, I would take them all down. I'm gonna take them like, boy, they don't want me in there. I tell you, I'll be really honest with you, Danny. Like when I did my business, when I had my business, I same thing, like same thing I am now. Like, I did it because I wanted to help families that were caught in the middle of, like, you have childcare resources which paid for daycare, but most people didn't qualify for it because you made too much money. And then you had the schools where you could get, like after school and summer camp, but it was like probably like $70 a week, $60 a week, right? So I had called all the places before I decided. I called all the places, and the cheapest one was the school, but the school would always run out because there's too many kids, and they get too full, so they can't do everybody that goes to the school, right? Which doesn't make sense because you would think that the kids go to the school, so you would have an after school program for every kid there, but no. So their price was like between $60, $70, something like that. And everybody else was higher, like 60, 65, 75, $80 a week per child to come to after school. I put my prices at $40, honey. $40 a week per child. And do you understand that the way these kids, I started off with 4 kids, and by the end of the year, I was at 16. And then the next year, I started off with 90. So kids were dropping out of, and I'm in an area where we service one main school, but then there are other schools that we can pick up from and we can get, to, because we had a van and everything like that. So people are dropping out of these programs by the numbers to come to my program because I was $40 a week, right? So much so that I'm driving down the street past one of the places, and I know their prices because I called to ask. They didn't know who I was, but I just called to ask their prices. They had dropped their price by $10. Okay, they still couldn't compete. Like nobody would go down to 40, but they were trying to come lower just to be able to be closer to compete. That is how I kill competition. Like, that is me. When you let me in this door, I'm gonna make sure everybody around drop their prices to try to keep their people. And some people, probably did stay with them and they got, lower prices. But let me tell you, baby, you let me in, oh, I'm killing it. I'm killing it all. Everybody's coming down. There's no way. There's no way. And I'm telling you, they did not. They were probably so glad to see me go because our biggest issue was having our own space, because we were renting spaces and, ran into issues with the places, the churches that we were renting from, wanting to take over my business. And, with my mom being sick and everything, and just being spread so thin, and not being able to find a place, and then once we did find a place, they cheated us out of our money, blah, 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 blah. It was just like this big whatever. So, we just took it down because we just had nowhere to go. Like, and I had all the people, like I spoke to judges, I spoke to the mayor, the mayor wrote me back, and they kept saying, oh, we need programs like yours. We need programs like yours. And here I am asking for help to be able to find a location, not the fact that we couldn't pay the rent or whatever it is, just we need a building. That's all we needed. That's it. We needed a building that was going to be our building, that we could pay the rent, that, nobody else could be like, oh, we want to take over your business. And that was the biggest issue that we had. And not the mayor, not the judges, not the community resources. I went to so many people, not getting because we tried to do the 501c3, the nonprofit, nothing. So, we just had to take it down. And like I said, spread so thin and helping everybody, putting everybody on my back, because I did for everybody until I couldn't do no more, until I didn't have no more to give. And here I am at the bottom again, but it's okay, because I know that, when God gets ready, he gonna put me right back in position like he was before. And just like before, I didn't expect it to get as big as it did, and it did. So, but yeah, you let me in that door, baby, I'm gonna make up for every minute that you wouldn't let me in that door. I'm gonna make up for every minute, and I'm gonna make everybody wish that you would have just let me in earlier, because I'm going to go ahead and kill the competition. That's what I do. I'm going to kill the competition, because it's going to be, people are going to be like, what? Oh no, we could just go here. Yes. Yes. Give me the opportunity to take on Walmart, Amazon, all of them. Okay? Give me the opportunity to cut these prices. Give me the opportunity, baby. You don't want to see me. You don't want to see me, Danny. I'm ready, but they not ready. They not ready. They are not ready. Let me tell you. They are not ready, but I am, because I know. I know. Yes, yes. That make me excited when I talk about that, boy. I would still be the penny pinching type of person that I am if I became a rich. Exactly, Yvonne, honey, you can't. There's a couple of things that I would have, but I'm still too frugal for that. Like, I'm too responsible. I'm sorry, I'm too responsible. Wait, $60 a kid to do what? They fees them excess, or just place to wait for parents to pick them up. It was $60-$70 a week per kid for after school. And then for summer camp, it was like $125 a week for everybody else. So for me, it was $40 a week per child. It was homework mandatory. So that means when the kids came, they did homework. We did homework with them. So they did their homework. And in Charlotte, most of the schools, they have a reading requirement. So kids have to read for like 30 minutes. So they did their homework. We checked their homework, made sure it was right. We did their reading with them, signed off for their reading, and we gave them a snack, so that when their parents came to pick them up, all the parents had to do is pick them up, and you go have dinner and you spend time with your kid. You didn't have to do homework. You didn't have to do anything. So that's what I charge only $40 a week, and I killed everybody. And then, the other places, they weren't homework mandatory. At the school, they weren't making the kids do their homework. They were just letting the kids play, and then the parents would pick them up, and the parents would have to come and do their homework with them. And so, parents are like, why am I paying $70 and my kid's homework's not done? And then I'm getting off, getting my kid at 6:30. I'm coming home, having to now do homework with my kid at 7, and now, I got to cook dinner and do all this other stuff. So with us, the parent didn't have to do anything except for pick up your kid and enjoy your kid for the rest of the night. That was it. That's all we had. That's all we had, And so then we did things like, some of the things that we would do for summer camp were some of the things that we did for after school. So we would have like sewing and knitting and arts and crafts. We had dance, we had drama, we had vocal, we had some languages that we would do with them: Spanish, Cambodian, Mandarin, and ASL. We had what else would we do with them? Oh, they have all the sports outside. So we had basketball hoops and soccer and all that other stuff, kickball, and we had chalk and stuff for the kids that just wanted to do chalk, but they had to do their homework first. So they would come in, they would have their snack, and then they would do their homework. And then after their homework and it was checked and everything, they could go to what activity they wanted to do. And that was it. And that was it for, after school. And during summer camp, it was a longer day. You got to do more. We did field trips. The first couple of years, I had people come to us, so we had like a magician, we had like a petting zoo, we had pony rides and things like that. And they all came to us, every week. And then after we kind of got acclimated with how it was going to work, then we started taking them trips to like the amusement parks and stuff like this. And they had a great time. Like, one of the pictures on the website, you see, I think it's, you'll see like a picture where you'll see like tables, like long tables, and then you'll see these red chairs. That was after school. So that was how many kids we had at after school. And you could see, I think at that picture, if there's books on the table, that means that they were doing their homework. If there's nothing on the table, that means it's right before snack. So they would come in and get their snack, and then they would do their homework. But yeah, there's a picture on the website that shows like the way the tables were set up for after school. And, it was good. It was good. Hey, Edinburgh Lass, how are you? Yes, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get them as soon as they let me through the door. Like, you get one toe, and I'm kicking that door. Boom! Got you now. God got you stuff. You do even more when he ready, darling. I know. Yes, and that's why I don't worry about it. I don't worry about it. I know that it's in God's timing. I know. I'll send my boy special delivery. You can send him back when he's 10. I don't know if you want him when he's 10, Daddy, because I'm telling you right now, them preteen, the teens, them boys, woohoo! Yes, honey, yes. But yeah, um, I tell him, I said, you let me my one little foot through the door. That's it. But I wait for God's timing because I know as soon as he gives me the go ahead, I'm coming through here. You gonna know. You gonna know who you dealing with now. And and that's the thing I said earlier about like seasons. Like people have to be okay with seasons, and when it's a season for something and when the season goes out, because that's one thing. Like when it was hard for us to find a place. I was praying. I said, God, if the season is over for me, let me know the season is over for this. And let me know where you want to have me next. So I was okay with where we were and how much we grew, but I was okay with letting it go as well, because I understood that, I don't ever want to be outside of what God's season is for my life, because if I'm outside of it, then I can't get the full on blessings that come with it. Right. And so, there were a few times when I thought that it was going to be a wrap, and it wasn't. It wasn't. There were a few times I thought, well, maybe this is it. Maybe this is just what's going to happen. And, God was like, nope, not yet. Nope, not yet. Nope, not yet. And then, it was have it the way it was, at the time when I was, I had taken it down a little bit, and I had a staff member that, she was still able to keep some of the kids. So I kind of pushed it over to her, let her kind of, take over. And I went to the airport to work, because I was like, I'm trying to reintroduce myself into that and see, and I wanted to move and travel, and I wanted to be able to see like where I wanted to move to, things like that. So, I started working from the airport, and pretty much right after I started working from the airport, COVID happened. So, it was one of those things that, had it not come down when it did, COVID would have taken it down abruptly. And so instead of it being taken down abruptly, I was able to slowly, work myself out. My staff member was able to, keep some of the children and still provide that service for some of the parents that hadn't already moved over to a different service. But yeah, I'm sure they were glad to see me go. I'm sure they were glad to see me go, but I couldn't imagine, you know, um, how COVID affected these other places, because I mean, during COVID, everybody's door was shut, and then, during COVID, I was able to move to Florida. So, and start somewhere else. And I didn't necessarily want to do the same thing. I knew I wanted to do something, and I was trying to figure out, like, what do I want to do? I didn't really know a lot about the area, so it's like a lot of just learning the area, figuring out what I wanted to do. I looked into certain things. And I was kind of past that point in my life, and as God would have it, here I am back, not doing the same exact thing, but in some sense still attached to children. So, my mother has said years ago, is like, this is where you're supposed to be. Like, this is where you always end up dealing with something with some kids. Like, that's just the way it's always been since you've been a kid. And so, I see it more now. I didn't want to accept it before, because I'm like, I want to do adult stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do kid stuff anymore. I want to do adult stuff, but, that's, I guess, where God has me to be. And, if that's where he has me to be, um, that's where I'm going to be until he says, it's time to move into a different season and different area. So, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. So I'm grateful, and I'm grateful for this platform. I'm grateful for meeting all you guys, and, just for the network and the family that's come together, and, just for the heart of everyone that's here, and just for the fact that, we are willing to come together and work together to be better for, these children, be better for the world, be better for ourselves, be better for our family, be better for just everything. Just put something positive and great out there, because there's so much crazy out there right now. We need to. So let's see, daddy, let me read this last one. He is six and autistic. He's very sensitive, temperamental. He has never been left with anyone. Feel me, friend? No, none. I don't trust anyone. He is home educated to as school would not be good for him. Yes, I can understand that. I can understand that. We've had a lot of children that were autistic, a lot of kids that were on the spectrum. I've had a savant before. He's just a cool kid. He's just a cool kid. And I've had another one that was I won't say nonverbal autism, but close, very close to nonverbal. You know, he didn't speak in complete sentences, but he's a genius with the pen. He could draw anything. And he was, I mean, good grief. And he, you know, had a brother. His mom, she was a great woman. And so they were my first my first clients, I guess, or customers, whatever you want to call them, that came. It was him and his brother and another little girl. And they were the first ones that ever came through the door. And I still, keep in touch with them today. And yeah, just a genius. So yes, I understand how, the children with autism, they are wonderful children. They can be they can be a handful too. Like, they're still children at the end of the day, right? But you know, um, it's definitely like I said, I've been with all types of kids. One of the kids that I worked with in one of the schools, she had cerebral palsy, so she was in a wheelchair. I mean, I don't think there's any type of kid that I haven't been in contact with at this point. Like, I've been in contact with all of them. And kids are they're definitely little personalities. So it's just, it's always interesting to see how different they are, and things like that. So, but, we want them to have bright and successful futures, just like anyone else. And, uh, it's just an awesome, awesome thing. So, anyway, with that being said, I think I've run my mouth long enough, right, guys? You guys are tired of me, aren't you? You don't want to see nothing else. You're good. We did what we came to. Everybody's quiet. Shh, quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. I know, Debbie. Everybody's so quiet. I must be running my mouth too much. So anyway, you guys, you're on the roof. Margie, stay on the roof. Margie stays on the roof. She don't ever want to come down the roof. I think she likes to be up high on the roof so she can see everything. Youngest son is ADHD and autistic. Yes, yes, yes. And those braids are beautiful, Miss Goppy. By the way, I saw the other picture that you sent. Beautiful, beautiful braids. I'm going to try. We'll see. I don't really like to have to do my daughter's hair. I really don't, because it's a chore. But I might, just for you guys' sake, not for hers, but for you guys' sake, I might do help her do her extensions and do a live that way that goes on the Patreon. And then you guys can see how I do her hair. Cause I think somebody asked me, I don't know if it was you, Miss Goppy, or someone else asked me about how to put in the extensions, or how we do it anyway. And so I was thinking about, maybe I'll help her do some of her hair and do it that way, because her hair is so thick. And you know, I had to put it in my mind that I'm going to help her do it, because she hasn't done it yet. So I told her get it done, but she acting like she can't do it by herself now. So that means she wants me to do it, but we'll see. Miss Gothi, a very eye-opening, wonderful way of looking at the world. Yes. Steph, one of my prayers were answered. I learned how to enable my mic. Let Valerie know. Okay, I definitely will let her know, Margie. But yeah, guys, I feel like I read my mouth long enough. We did what we came to do. As always, I am always Just so glad to spend time with you guys, talk with you guys, just learn some new things and talk about how we can do things differently. And just being positive and working on helping to make this world a better place, right? Being a part of the solution. Love it, love it, love it so much. And I love you guys so much. Love all the support, all the love that you guys have for each other and the care. What else? Anything else? I mean, I was by myself today. No Tahir, no Murph, no Mike. I mean, good grief. I feel like I'm missing some things. Like, what's going on? But you guys, as always, it's been a pleasure. And I will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. So I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are across the world. Make it a good one. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.